Hey everybody, Team Taylor Commentary back in the booth where it isn't a booth. Just before we get started here, I'd like to say thank you for all of you guys who immediately started watching the first part. That was kind of astounding to see how in a day, how many people watched that. That was great. Here's Tim, I believe he's throwing his test flight Onyx.
That was great.
Yep, here we are on hole 7.
Yep.
Your first objective is to get out of this gap.
Yeah. And Tim's right where you want to be, kind of. Maybe a little more left, but not much.
I failed.
Yes. No, you're fine. I think Tim said you kind of have a lean outside arm or something. And I'm throwing Z-Force that I threw so much in part 1. And I'm pretty proud of that. I hit the gap, and that's all I wanted.
Anything through the gap is good.
As he said, anything through the gap is good. This, not so good. And then when you chunk your forehand to exactly where you don't want to be.
Yeah. You want to be You want to be more left so that you can put it up the hill. The basket's tucked really far back to the right. I was kind of surprised how far back it is.
Yeah, it's really far back to the right around the corner.
Like, Tim's throwing a complete Anheuser roller angle here just to try to get it all the way up the hill.
And to the right.
And to the right, yeah. And, see, this shot bends to the right, but, pro tip from an amateur here, throw unders. If you want it to, like, glide really far to the right, you want to throw something understable so that it'll...
On a super angle.
On super angle so that it'll glide more.
To get it to, like, flip and glide to the right.
I liked it. It was an inch from perfect.
It's like you just said that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, I can read my I can read my own mind, folks.
This is my third shot now. I've got a force.
Looks a little better.
Not horrible. Give myself a chance at a 4.
Yeah, all these hills are so massively uphill. It seems like 3/4 of the course is uphill, and then there's all the really long, like the other quarter's just long downhill. Really fun stuff.
Too high again. Come on, man.
On the uphill putts.
On the uphills. I did not want to leave them short on that day.
Yeah, this course is fun, even though the elevation will make your quads hurt after hole 2. It's really fun, so yeah, if you haven't been out to Toboggan and you have the opportunity to, do not waste it.
I'll just see whatever I shoot at the end, and then I'll minus a few strokes.
Okay, after 7 here, Tim's 2 down, I'm 1 down. No, you're 1 down, and I'm even, because you took a bogey on the last one.
Yep, that was a bogey for me. And this is hole 8. It is a super elevated tee, and you're doing just a power hyzer, basically.
Yep. Tim is throwing a new ESP swirl nuke he got. Crashes down.
Oh my gosh.
And you can see it. There it is.
That's totally parked.
That's totally parked.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, we're up here in this little place thing.
That's called the tee pad.
Oh, well, I guess I kind of forgot that information. I'm throwing my Paul Macbeth 5-time force. Just crashes into the ground on the right somewhere. There's a little walking path over to the next tee pad, and that's where I landed. Tim actually called where I was going to land. He said, "Oh, I bet you're in that walking path.
Yep.
You're fine."
And I threw my crank, and you saw it just come down in the short grass on the left there.
I thought that was your force. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
I think it was one of my cranks.
Yeah, just me laying up, easy 3. I didn't really have a line to run the pin.
I've got nothing here really too, so I'm forced to
go up and around.
Concede the 3. And Tim was parked for a drop-in.
I always pictured using it as like a bike ramp or something.
Yeah, Michael's like, this rock is so cool I can lay down on it.
Oh man. So Tim, how long have you been playing disc golf?
I started in 2009, so going on in my 11th year.
How old were you when you started?
17. Okay. Maybe it was 08. I was, because 09 was my senior year and I was playing as junior year.
Did you start just with local stuff here, or was it something like
I came to Kensington, this course, Kensington on the opposite side, before they changed it to the way it is now, it used to be on this side of the road, and it was called the tunnel course. And then they moved it to where it is now. But it's where I went to a league, got partnered up. They used to do pro-am, so they divided the amount of people there in half. The best players over here, the new players over here. Pro-am matchup. First time ever at league at Kensington. My partner was Damon Stalin. And he just won that season.
Yeah.
And we played with Mark Ellis and Kira Demusis was the other team. So I was just out there, first year or two playing, throwing all sidearms, playing with Ellis and Stalin.
Yeah.
Ellis is like, you got a pretty good, he's like, never done this before? I was like, nope. He's like, you got a pretty good partner, you'll probably be all right. I'm like, okay. We get to hole 7 longs, which is like 400-foot flexing shot that nobody ever gets. And I just took a flick and yammed it on an Annie, and it got clean. Then I made a 40-footer and two'd it, and Ellis was mind blown. And we won the league by like 3 or 4 strokes or something.
You and Damon?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I started going to that league every week, and that's what got me into it.
Nice.
Well, it's a good way to begin your disc golf career there.
Story time with Tim Barham there.
Oh
There you
yeah.
Dropping some famous Michigan disc golf names there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good stuff.
that was like on course for a
This hole is redonkulous.
Yeah. Super far
Well, I guess
uphill.
since Tim threw his Hades, I guess I'll throw my Hades.
Yeah,
There we go.
Apparently that's the play to get up the hill.
play by example.
Yep. Tim and I are both throwing our test flight Hades on this hole. I turned mine over a little too much.
Hey, I think you got past.
Yeah, I'm on that path. I saw it on the path.
I landed on another path that isn't the fairway, but I'm fine with that.
Yep, and I've got my nice first run Z nuke in my hand right there.
Looking to rip. Get
Fade.
full flight.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
good shot, Dad.
I can't.
Good
throw
skip
that
to
far.
the right, kind of.
Thank you. I was happy with that shot.
Got a long uphill putt here. Just didn't flex it at all. Perfect basket height. It would have gone in if I had just hit the line a little better.
That's no fun.
So
I was
you're-
saying if it was a tourney, I would just step to the right and do a forehand approach shot, but that's no fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun, but it's a lot more fun to do that.
I was trying to give it a run
Yeah.
for you guys there.
Yeah.
And it's parked for the par.
Tim's got a long look here at a birdie. Deep breaths. Pow!
There it is.
What a Halo slow-mo to be. Great putt there by
Nice.
Tim. Fist bumps.
Yeah, he was getting a little flustered, missing all of his like 35 footers thus far.
Then he makes a 60-footer uphill.
Nice putt.
Great putt, Tim. It's
Nice
pretty.
comeback for you there.
Thank you. It's always good to make your comebackers.
The only time you have to do
It's flippy, so I'm just like...
Did you get it signed?
I did.
By Tim? Sweet.
By
By Jim Barham?
Jim.
That's the big That's not by Jim Barham.
As much as I hear that, I'm not changing my signature.
No, it's fine. It's all good.
So last year you had putt of the year on Jomez Pro.
That was so, wow. What a good time. Lucky time. Like the only, Jomez didn't film D-Glow, did they?
No,
I don't think so.
No, that was the only time Jomez was in Michigan last year.
Any
Good time
putting,
to make a putt.
Yeah.
any putting advice?
Yeah, confidence, which you seem to already have. You've been running everything, and you're making your comebacks, so that's great. If you're not afraid of your comeback, then that's everything. That's why I'm able to go for so many long putts, because I'm like, and that's how all the top pros are, McBeth, whoever, all of them. Once you get outside of like your comfort zone, which is some people like 30 feet or whatever, usually you should lay it up. But if you have the confidence to make that comeback putt, you can just run everything, and then you're making your comebacks, and then it just keeps flowing like that.
And you win.
Confidence is one of the biggest things for putting, for sure.
Yeah. It's good putting advice. Confidence is key in putting. Tim's ripping on his Tour Series Barham crank.
This is a huge Anheuser shot over to the right,
Extremely uphill.
uphill and to the right. Yep.
Yeah, Tim's in the fairway. Going with my Hades again here. Just full power rip.
Yeah, that's so
That's beautiful.
good. Get parked. Get parked.
Oh, that's like under the
Okay, that was, you couldn't
I
see
can
it,
do
I
that.
think, but that was an incredible shot. I was dumbfounded,
First shot. Got my first run, Luke, yeah?
and I was like, oh,
Okay, so
"What the heck, Luke?"
Yeah. You were like, yeah, I can do that too.
I'm like, "Yeah, I'll just do the same thing. Yeah, I'll use my first run nuke, and it'll fly the same. I've got this on,
yeah, that,
Go right
I
through it.
couldn't believe it. This hole is so uphill and so far to the
But
right.
we'll see. See where you get to. This is where Tim landed.
Believe he's-
Probably a pretty typical landing spot for people who hit those trees like Tim and I on this day.
Yeah, Tim was telling me that he was throwing a backhand here just because he was afraid that the forehand might roll back down the hill coming in with some angle. So he wanted to land his putter flat. with
Oh, the
back-
approach shot, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, landing your disc on the plane of the ground is a huge thing. And I'm taking a risk because I'm not doing that here, but I had to because of the branches in my face there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can match the plane of the ground with your disc, there's nice putt. There's much less chance of roll away. I could not believe that you deuced this hole.
People,
Yeah.
full-grown men in the pro division are happy when they do that hole.
Yeah, this hole
Pretty
is
silly deuce there.
it's all skill, Dad. No luck involved.
Oh, and you tied me up there too. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Man, real matchup between us two.
Nice.
Tim, 3 strokes ahead.
Tim doing his thing.
Can't do much better.
Good job, bud.
That was a fantastic drive too.
I was pretty happy with that. Same Z-Force I've been throwing all day.
It's working for you.
Z-Force and Hades. Tim throwing his ESP nuke again. And-
This another uphill hyzer rip.
Yep, we're about the same spot there. Your first run Z-Crank.
And I decided to just pop it up in the air for no reason.
That was your decision going into the hole?
Uphill run up.
Just before I released it, I
Oh.
decided to throw a bad shot instead of a good shot, just to keep it interesting.
Oh, I
And
see.
just, because the rain was starting to come down,
Oh, yeah.
like, why not?
Yeah. So you...
I want to challenge myself.
Yeah.
That was a zone forehand approach, yeah. Now it just slipped out of my hand. It is starting to rain, as you can hear now.
80-footer uphill for birdie.
Get in.
What the heck? That's 2 in a row for this particular video.
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Holy rip.
80
Yeah.
feet uphill, folks. This hill is super steep.
Fantastic shot.
Like, this is a full power straddle jump putt for me.
That's what he was saying, you have that confidence and you feel like you're going to hit basket and you take your chances if you hit and it could sit or it could roll, but you give it a chance and then they go in sometimes and then they go in more and more often.
So now Tim's got 4 on us after 11.
So here we go on hole 12, downhill, amazing hole.
It's incredible.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. My mom said that her finger kind of slipped, pressed the button, and
Yeah.
but then she started to record again as quickly as she could there.
Yeah.
His drive was pretty good. It's in the fairway.
Wow.
I crushed
clean.
mine,
Oh, it's not
but
clean.
it flipped over
I
on
thought
me.
for sure that would come back.
I'm going for forehand here as well.
That was
Ooh.
perfect.
Oh, that's more like what you want here.
Oh, I like it.
I did like it. I still do like it.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the only
No,
times
that was definitely the best drive I've ever had on this hole. Yeah.
for this approach, I'm throwing my big Z Roach. One of the only times that I actually get to throw it this round. Yeah, pretty happy with that result.
Yeah, you're right up there. Nice shot. You know, you will,
Go in.
for most people, you'll
One
throw,
time. Oh.
for most people, you'll be throwing a different, you know, spread of discs, I would say, on this course than you usually do. All right, here's my attempt at a 2. Oh, dang, not today. I really wanted that one, but it wasn't clean. So yeah, you can see some rain coming down, guys. This wraps up 12 holes for us. We've got 6 more to go on the infamous Toboggan course. That wraps up part 2. Come back. Part 3 will be coming out very soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, like it. If you loved it, subscribe to see more awesome disc golf content. Till next time, have fun discing. Catch you later.